Yeah, today I really feel very honorable here. Can talk about our works. It's so great place here, and yeah, we start our architecture studio in 1997 in our dining room in our small apartment unit. It's a long time ago. So from that days, we almost work together 24 hours together. Yeah, it's a small studio. Till now, it's still small, within 10 people. It's not a big one. And we work hard, but usually when we have the chance to talk about our works, my wife, today is very special. It's the first time he agreed to go up, stand here. So usually he's more like the secret behind me. Yeah. So so then I have to talk along. Yeah, she don't want too many talks. Yeah, today I want to talk to the topics is the possibility of coexistence of the urban and the rural areas. And it's just to talk about the main topics the past 10 years for our studios. On the other side is really these topics have a very special meaning, I think, to China. Maybe I should give the short introduction about modern Chinese architecture history. I think the Chinese modern architecture movement ever almost started from the 1990s, in fact. Before that, it's not called modern. Yeah. And I think before the 2000, almost no any Chinese architects been known out of China. Yeah. In fact, especially in the 1990s, these 10 years, I think all over China maybe only 3 architects. They really want to do some serious works. So all other Chinese architects, it's a good time to get money. It's a big chance. Everybody very urgent want to get money. Maybe only 3 architects. It's our studio is one of these 3. Yeah. After 2000, suddenly something changed. And gradually more and more young Chinese architects be known out of China. I think the most important reason is the architects can work out of the systems. That's what happened. We can do as the personal architects to do some practice. Originally, before 2000, we only have a national design institute. Every institute belongs to the nation. So after 2000, we can do some private works, personal works. That's really the beginning for Chinese architecture. So, of course, in that time to now, just I think 20 years, big change happened in China. What happened? I have a very deep impression. It's almost 100 years ago, a very famous writer, Chinese philosopher called, his name is Mr. Lin Yutang. He had write the paper. He talked about, he had the trip to the Europe, to the American, then he come back to China. He write a paper on newspaper to say China should be changed because he found the Chinese people is the most slow people in all of the world. We do everything is so slow. So China should change. I think now China changed. We become most fast people and country in all of the world. That's the big change. So now I will start my lecture today. This picture is taken in 2012. I think it's in the May, end of the May. And that day, I got the Pritzker Prize in the Grand Hall in Beijing before the lunchtime. Yeah. It's a big ceremony. After that ceremony, I directly let the car's driver drive to me to my home place. It's my family house. That day, they start to be demolished. Yeah, because some more important things happened, because the nation will build a new National Philosophy Center. It's the high towers here. Of course, I can understand. New National Philosophy Center is actually more important than our small family house. So I still take my son, go to there. I want him to keep some memory about our family. And of course, after that day, I think Beijing, the city, they cut any relation to me. That's Beijing. Yeah, I spent my childhood time in Beijing. But for me, it's almost a new city. I can't find anything that has relation to Beijing. It's totally new. All the memory for the peoples and for the cities go on. It's Shanghai. So all the China, it's in the past 20 years. You can't imagine, we built how many high-rise towers. Yes, incredible. Too many, I think. Some people now do the calculation about how many buildings we have built. We find the old building, the past 20 years we have built, they can let double population of China can live in China. That's incredible. How many? But we still construct the building. It's funny. So we should think about what is the future for China. I think in the past 20 years, for the China cities, we have more than 120 big cities. Every city have a population more than 1 million. That's almost 90% historian buildings, history things be destroyed, totally destroyed in the past 20 years. We just used 20 years, destroyed 90% of our history. Yes. But now we start destroy our history in countryside after the cities. This is what happened in China. So our studio, my small studio, we stayed in a small Chinese city called Hangzhou. I think not so many people have visited Hangzhou. Maybe you had a chance to visit Shanghai, Beijing, but not Hangzhou. But why I stayed in Hangzhou? In fact, I am a little bit famous young architect in China. So many people ask me, why you stayed in Hangzhou? So if you stayed in Hangzhou, the small city, you will have no future for your career as the architect. Yeah, because all the future is in the metropolis. It's in Beijing, it's in Shanghai, it's in Guangzhou, Shenzhen, it's not Hangzhou. Why you stayed in Hangzhou? Yeah, because I have some special reason. For example, I love painting. Yeah, this is the painting about the Hangzhou. It's a painter drawing this 1,000 years ago in the South Song dynasty. In that time, the Hangzhou is the largest city in all of the world. The Marco Polo have a deep memory about Hangzhou. They have more than 1 million population, incredible, beautiful city, maybe most beautiful city in all of the world is Hangzhou. You can see these drawings. It's a landscape. Where is the cities? Where is the architecture? Because it's a very special cities. They have more than 1 million population, but you can't find buildings there. It's a map of Hangzhou. Till to the 1950s, the city is still like this. You can understand what's the basic concept for Chinese, what the meaning about the cities. In this map, the 50% place is the buildings. On the right, the left is a lake. For Chinese, it's the huge gardens. It still means the cities. This means that the complete cities concept It's 50% is buildings, and another 50% is landscape. This means cities for China. Of course, if you really go in the cities, you will find the city like this. It's not countryside, it's Hangzhou. It's 1,000 years ago, the painter joined the Hangzhou. You'll find the city is like the 1,000 corners. So every corner is like this. It's the building totally mixed with the landscape, with the natural things together. This means architecture. This means the cities. Yes, that's Hangzhou. It's composed of thousands of such fragments of landscape scenes. This Hangzhou. Of course, the Hangzhou have a very special meaning in the Chinese people's heart. It's similar like the cathedral, in fact, Hangzhou, for Chinese philosophy, for Chinese people's the feelings. But it still have the big change. This is the Hangzhou situation now. You can still, the lake still there, but the city changed. You can see the city till to the 1950s is the old city within the right line, the very small things. But now, although it's a blue line inside, this area is Hangzhou. It's just the past 20 years, the city expanded maybe 20 times. It's I started being there is start from an end of 1980s. When I graduated from university, I go to the cities. It's my dream. Yeah, I looking for my dream come to here. That time, it's city population still within 1 million. It's really very small in China. But now it's 9 million population cities now. 20 years passed. From 1 million to 9 million. You can't imagine what happened for one city. The population exploded like that. In fact, in China, we have more than 120 cities like this in the past 20 years, expand 20 times. What about the state of the countryside now? There's also big change happened. Of course, in China, we have two totally different systems. The city is city, countryside is countryside. It's totally separate. For example, I'm a citizen in Hangzhou. I don't have right to have a house in countryside. I can't. Yeah. If you are the farmers, stay in countryside, you don't have right to become a citizen. It's a very strict system, separate to two parts. So for the architects, we just can work in the cities. In fact, we almost no chance work in the countryside. Countryside means another world for Chinese people. But they still have a big change. It's in very deep mountains, but it still happen something here like this. So every day, if you visit the countryside, everywhere you will find they demolished every day, everywhere they do the demolition. Yeah, because they had a big influence from the cities. The city the countryside they want changed. The people they want a new life. So, but for me, it's some people ask me why you and your wife studio called Amateur Architecture Studio. So many people give the question to me about that. I can answer really that because in China we have a lot of professional architects, but almost no good architecture you can see in China. So it means I have doubt the professional system. I have the reason to doubt professional system. The second is, in fact, we have a long tradition, no professional architects. Our tradition is the craftsmanship history system. It's totally different from the modern professional system. The third reason is I really love architecture. So if you every day you find the large demolition for your history, your cultures, I should give some response to this. In fact, in China, almost no architects dare to say, I'm an amateur, you know. Everybody wants to say, I'm a very, very professional. If you are an amateur, it means you almost can't get any commission. You have no jobs. So that's why I gave our studio's name, Amateur Architecture Studio. We want to do some different things. It's happening now in China. So we call let the countryside become city. It's a large-scale movement in China. Everywhere happened. They demolished the traditional village and still built this new world for the farmers. Like this. It's a very rich village. There's every farmer, they have chance, similar to American people. They living in the big villa like this. Around Hangzhou, you can see that every farmer family, they have this special small tall buildings. Because this area, we have a too high density of population, so the land is really very lake land. So every family only have a very small place to build. So they build towers like this. Of course, people maybe have a doubt, which kind of religion the people have? Because they build the spatial building, you can't understand. It's come from which kind of religion? So our question is, when we talk about China, we talk about the Chinese culture, we'll find in the cities, Chinese culture totally destroyed. Almost just leave the very few things there. Then we will find in the countryside, every day, it is continue to destroy it. So, where is the Chinese culture? Where is the Chinese countryside? Yeah, you know, the countryside is the basement for the Chinese culture. Our long history all talk about the countryside. We are very few to talk about cities because for the Chinese dreams, Chinese philosophy, the countryside is more near the natural world. So countryside is more important than cities for Chinese. But the countryside still exists in China. It still exists, but very dangerous. It's very easy. Maybe if we don't take care about it, 10 years later, almost everything gone. That's why I'm not just architects, I'm also teachers for architecture education. I think we should totally change the way about the education, architecture education. So we start a new architecture school in the National Art Academy in Hangzhou, and we teach the students use the different ways. The basic things is research. We spent a lot of time to do the research in our countryside. You will find incredible rich, the architecture contrast is there. Incredible rich things about handmaking, about the materials. It's a really incredible treasures. But if it also means a chance. The China has a big change, but they still keep the many things like this. If you are a Chinese architect, you can't see that. You just see something out of the China, something called modern, something called future, something called high-tech. You can't see something around your real life. I think you are really foolish, stupid mind. Yes, it's a chance for the architecture, for Chinese culture. Yeah, we really learned many things from this research. So we think a lot of things about that. About our works is also to my students. Especially, we think maybe not just about concept and opinions problems. It's the more basic things. It means the way about construction. Yes, about the architecture systems. So we think about this because in China, our traditional system is a craftsman system. It means maybe some people will say, oh, craftsman system, no theory, no concept, yeah, no design. It just means doing something. It's not right. They have a totally different philosophy in this hand-making system, I find. Of course, now in China, we are the largest construction site in all over the world. Our old construction system become modern system. The majority material is concrete and steel. For the hand making, for the traditional materials, for the natural materials, almost no position in this system. This is what our studios approach. We're more interesting about this. Is this the hand-making system, materials, craftsmanship, still can work, co-work with the modern system together? Is this possible? So we want to retrace a way full of diversity. Usually when I talked about nature and not just about something similar to nature, I more like to talk about the nature of the nature. It means very rich diversity. And we find a more rich and diverse world in the countryside. So we learn a lot of things from the countryside, and I also think the city should learn from the countryside in this time, in this world, now. Yeah, another way is we want to use the knowledge we gain and learn from the countryside to influence the cities. So next, we will talk about what we will do. I think in the past 15 years, the largest project for our studio is the Xiangshan campus. It's in Hangzhou, China City. It's designed for the National Art Academy in Hangzhou. It's a new campus. This academy also developed very fast. In the 2000, we are a very small school. Old art academy is 1,000 people, students and teachers together, 1,000. And now we have 10,000 people. Yeah, they become more large, so we need a new campus. And through the competition, my studio got this project. We spent more than 10 years to do that. Started from 2002, and the last one building be finished in 2013. So you can see the red point is the Xiangshan campus. That's our campus. In fact, it's a very large campus. They have more than 30 buildings. Our studio, in the past 10 years, we designed 30 buildings here. But similar to the paintings you'll find, in every corner, you just can one small buildings here. It's the basic idea about the campus. The architecture makes with the landscape together. Of course, you will see the surface of the building, the texture. It's a little bit rough, the dark colors. It's all the recycled traditional bricks, stones, tiles, pieces from the demolition site. All of the cities, all of our province. This is the campus. We stand this. In fact, I think maybe we create many new prototype for the Chinese architecture. It's imagined. It's what our imagine. In fact, you can't find any old Chinese architecture like that. Yeah, it's totally new, but it still keeps some strong relation, we hope, to the Chinese tradition. Yeah, I designed this building for the fashion design faculty. And you can see the small building. It's every small building for one professor's studios. This is our architecture school. We have 4 buildings as a group, as a building. You can see some building had a courtyard system, and some building they have a different roof. They have the sensitive response to the nature changed. This is our building for our architecture department. The outside from the entrance and the inside to look out from the entrance. You can see the buildings' relation to each other. They really dialogue to each other like the village buildings. So that's why one of my students tell to one of my teachers, he say he hates this campus. He studied so hard, want get rid of the countryside to the cities. It's his dream. Then they come to this campus. They find here it's a big village. It's in the village. And another side, I think, it means we are successful. We touch our aim. We want to build some new buildings. They can beyond the separation between the city and the countryside. Rebuild the relation between the building and the natures. Yeah, that's our architecture department. Outside, yeah, you can see we use the concrete and the recycled bricks, 2 different materials, to combine it together. We also developed some new system about construction. For example, this wall, we worked with the craftsmen together. We used more than 40 different kinds, size, recycled materials, bricks, tiles. Yeah, because they have so many different, too rich. It's two different sizes. In fact, it's very difficult to construct to each other. That's the materials. So we should do some new approach with the craftsmen together to think about how to do it. Another side is also similar to some philosophy to our studios. How, like there's so many different rich things, they can really work together. This is the last one building we built in this campus. After 30 big buildings, we designed this last one. Start design from 2010, and we finished the construction in 2013. It's totally new things we want to try. It has the large span wood structure and it's a large scale rampart construction. It's the guest house for the visitor professor. If somebody here have chance to visit our academy, I can invite you. Stay in this guest house. We have 29 rooms here. And 1 year ago, the professor, the architect Aldo Shiza, they visit our campus. I invite him to sleep in this guest house. He tell me he can't imagine in the whole his life. This is today he sleeps the best sleep he have here. It's a so peaceful place. Yes. Of course, I found a little bit to talk about our design concept here. For example, this building, they have some relation to the discussion to the traditional Chinese landscape paintings. Yeah. You can see I give the analysis about these paintings. They have, usually the people, it's not easy to understand the Chinese landscape paintings. You just see some strange things, some mountains, like some of, it's not true, it's like some folk stones and the fake mountains and some like some gardens, buildings inside, a little bit strange. But in fact, it's usually the people, I think, can't understand how to see the Chinese paintings. I talk to my students. One day, suddenly I find, if you want to see Chinese paintings, it's very simple. You directly go in. This painting invite you. Come in. It's not painting like this. You sit here to these paintings. No, these paintings, you should go in to visit. So you can go in from this down part, carve this small bridge, then you go in these paintings. Usually, the Chinese painters, they draw this painting from the down part. They run from to up, like this. They similar to the precise of the Chinese construction, the architecture construction, like this. They build the space system. When you go in, you join it, then you continue go. Then you go into the middle part, you will find the house here. Then you can see one people sit there. The people sit there, he sit there, see you. In fact, it's not some other body, it's you. You go in and you stand there to see from the building to outside. It means more important things than the form and the shape of the architecture is experience. You stay in the building to see out to outside. I think one day Michelangelo understand this, so he designed his new buildings, almost no form to the outside. The totally experience is when you go in the building, experience means you see outside, you see the surroundings, you see the environment. He found this way, yes. When they found this way, that day on his book, his desk, he have a book about Chinese gardens. I think maybe they have a relation from his idea to this experience. Then, still go up, you will find on the tops of the mountains, they have some pavilion there. This means some position. You can go up to there. You have some concept, opinion beyond the common world. You elect a philosopher, then they have the bird view to see this world again. So I'm the architect. Sometimes I also a child. I have the idea is, can we redesign and build one architecture? We can rebuild this experience, rebuild that people can get this experience in this architecture. So this is a long idea to me, and for example, when really you go in these paintings, what meaning this word to you? I think that's the best question I asked to me, because you will find you'll be surrounded by the so rich natural things, so different diversity and different things around you. This is the basic feeling. It means atmosphere. Like here, you stand here, you want everything around you. It means a space, it means place, it means atmosphere, and it means world. So that's my way I designed this. It's my drawing. Till now, I only know how to use pencils. I don't know how to use computers. So that's my best way to draw the architecture. But for people, it can't more easy to understand. When I draw this sketch, what about thinking here? What is the imagination here? So maybe I can give another drawings to talk about. You want to see this is the building. It's very similar to this landscape paintings. Your entrance here in the down part. It's a very small entrance. You go in and you have many layers experience waiting to you. So every layer like some new surprise, a little bit new surprise like this. When you go through the building, then finally you will go up to the roof of the building, and along this very narrow way on the roof, go down. That time, you will feel you become a poet, you become a philosopher, you have the bird view to all this world about this architecture. It's a basic idea. I call this building, I give this name called Tales Hills Hill, to talk about these topics. This is the entrance, like the landscape painting. Just 100 meters away, you'll see this building. Almost nothing. It's just a very small entrance there. Then you go to near this building, you'll find suddenly something has emerged. In fact, there is very large tiles roofs, but you stand there, is the entrance, like small corners. Then the things like this gradually become bigger. If you really go in, you will find, oh, it's an incredible complex world inside. The outside is so simple, but inside, incredible complex, in fact. There's so many different small places. Sometimes the people very easily lost here. Many people complain to me, this building is so easy like the people lost here. Why? You design the building like the people more easy to lost here. I think this means my basic philosophy. I want you lost here. Yeah. If you really lost here, you will really enjoy something here. When you really go in the building and your vision from inside to the outside, the basic vision like this. This means the shape. This means the form. It's not come from the outside. Outside, the building almost like something disappeared. But if you really go in, you will find, oh, this means a space. This means a place. And you see, had many bird view vision in these buildings because they have a very different layer about height. You have the chance to have many times small bird view to see this world. It's the basic vision angles for traditional Chinese landscape painting. It's a little bit slope. It's not very high bird view. It's like this, low bird view like this. It's a basic angle. If you control this angle, the Chinese people, it's very easy to get the feeling, oh, it's a traditional Chinese painting. I don't know why he gets this feeling, because you control the angles, the people's vision. Yeah, this is a structure. I spend a lot of time think about structure like that. Yeah, because now we have some environment problem. We lack the natural resources, for example, wood. How use the small pieces of wood to build large structure? I think I am having interesting about this kind of thinkings. This is what we try. Use the most cheap, small pieces of wood on the market, how to use this material to build large span structures. Finally, you go up on the roof. Yeah, you get, and many times, I like to guide my friends to visit the roof. Everybody will say, oh, like some feeling like this. So something suddenly emerged like this. Yeah, you can see from the little bit far distance, gradually, this building disappeared in the environment, in the trees, forest. If you become a god on the sky, you'll find the building like this. It's a really huge building. I lived in more than 9,000 square meters, in fact. It's not small, it's huge. They have a tea house, a meeting center, and a teacher's restaurant, and a guest house. It's a four-part different function combined together. Yeah, this campus case means we want to do something, use the knowledge we learn from the countryside to do some new approach to influence the citizen, to influence the city people, like them understand maybe city have a different vision. It's not just about high-rise building. Maybe they have a different vision. But on another side, we also want to use some new effort to do something in the countryside. So this year in the Venice Biennale, we have the exhibition works about our new twin works. It means two works combined together. This one works is in this small city called Fuyang. It's a circle point, red point. Yeah, they invite us to design a group of buildings, include the History Museum, Art Gallery, and the City Files Museum, 3 museums together. It's large buildings, about 40,000 square meters. And before I get the commission, I tell to the mayors of the city, you should give me 3 months. I will do research. Then I will give you the answer. I will get this commission or refused. Then we do the research to this part. It's a small court, this area. They have 300 villages. Finally, we find still have 20 villages, still keep some traditional building there. Other buildings, other village, change, big change. It's almost no traditional things there. This means within 10%. So I asked the mayor, if you can let my studio do some work in the countryside, select one village, do the conservation and redesign, I can accept this commission about museums. If you can't do this in the countryside, I have no time to design your museum. So finally they say, we are looking forward. Some people say that. So finally we have 2 projects together. This is the museum. I designed this by sketch. It has a relation to a very famous Chinese landscape painting in the Yuan dynasty. And it's for me, it's most important things how to deal with the building's scale to the surrounding environment. We also have the research about the materials, and they have a close relation to the local materials and craftsmanship. Our best way is before we do the large-scale construction, we will do some small buildings, test the basic skills, basic way how to construct. And for example, here, we select this guard building just beside the entrance, with 200 square meters. We test the material. This is a small one. Then we use this way to the large-scale construction. This roof is very large. It's about 100 meters and plus 100 meters. It means that 10,000 square meters, one roof. So now it's in construction. You can see they have the drawings on the wall. It's our studio's wall. We use the computer, use the research photos to recompose the construction about this wall. The craftsmen hand the drawings on site, and they construct according to that to do the construction. This one will be finished. It makes the local black stones and the recycled bricks together. So you can find the different colors, a small point. Same time, we do a different work in one village. So we want to find some way. We want to find some kind of architecture they can beyond the conflict between the urban and the countryside. We call the experiment in this village called Wenyu village. We started from the 2012 Till now, the village is still in construction. The village project is different. You can't give the limit about time. In fact, you should have spend a lot of time to discuss with local farmers. Yeah, that's our research in all this area. Finally, we go to this Wenyu village. It's very small. It's a very typical situation like this village. In fact, it's some new building and the old building totally mixed together like that. Well, I call the village like that called the semi-disabled village. It means that they still keep some traditional things there. It means they still keep some hope for their futures. Yeah. Of course, if we don't go to there, some terrible things will happen every day like that. The city, they invite some people to the new new master plan about the new development, the buildings. They call this American house. Yeah, they like that. I talked to the farmers, I talked to the people, the dean of the village. Maybe I can give you a different advice, different way. For example, in this area, they designed about 15 new houses here. I talked to them, it's too luxury. Yeah, because if you go back to see your original village, here it's a mountain area. You need the land to the farm. So the traditional people, they know this. So they built a very high density village. Why? Because they should keep the land to the farm. You can't use the land so luxury like the city people to build your American style new house. So same time, the new part of the village, I gave the new design. Originally they will build 15 houses there. My new plan, I learned from the basic feeling and the texture from the old village. I designed 24 new houses in same place. This is the old buildings. That is the new building designed by the farmers themselves. Very popular style in this area, like this. A little bit have some relation to British style, I don't know. Then we are going, and we spend a lot of time to talk to the local people about this. We want to try some different ways. And the people ask me the basic question is, we should learn from which? What's this? They are examples. I talk to them. Your examples is yourself, because you can see your original old village, how your ancestor to build your village. Yeah, they know. The basic principle is keep the people's your desire. If you want to keep the good relation to the environment, surroundings, you should give yourself some limits. Yeah, you can't expand no limits. So it's a basic principle. So we design a new part, but also gradually design some new building inside the old village. We keep every old buildings, then we gradually to exchange the new building built by the farmer themselves. They are strange new buildings. We use our buildings to exchange that. That's my sketch. And basically about thinking is about how to design a high density house together, and let every house still can keep a small courtyard system, and like every building, they have some simple system, but they still can keep very clear difference one to another one. You can see the sketch is what my thinking. And for the 24 new house, I designed 8 new prototypes. So every new prototype, we have 3 times small change. So this means 24. This means every building you can find its difference, like that. Some basic things is about inner space. I think the culture for Chinese culture is, I think, is the most important things, because our lifetime, everything happened is around the culture. If we don't have the culture, it means totally lost a feeling about our life. But if you go to this area, you'll find almost every new farmer's house, no culture, because they just want to occupy every inch of the land. Yeah, it's totally different idea. The second thing is family hall. First to the culture, usually Chinese, we have traditional, we have the family hall. This hall, it have a very important meaning. Usually we put our figures, the traditional, our ancestors there, our Buddhas there. We married here, and we invite guests to have the dinner here, and many important things, public things happened in this place. But if you go to see the new farmer's house, you'll find no family hall. It's disappeared. It's been totally changed for people's life. So it's why I asked this question. It's question. Where is the Chinese culture? In fact, we just talk about Chinese culture. In fact, it's disappeared. So I want to do some effort, rebuild it. We even designed some drawing like this. This like some small dictionary, give the farmers. They can get this to do the renovation to his house by themselves. The vein is from 2012 to now, 3 years passed. Gradually, the village have some change. It's before, after. Yeah, some people say, oh, after your works, the village more near the original village. Yeah, the feeling like this. This is the entrance of the village. In fact, very collapsed and common. This after our works, gradually they changed like this. There's another corner after our work. This building is old building. Every farmer asked me, why you don't demolish it? They think it's the most ugly building in his village. I spent a lot of time to talk to them, exchange idea. I think this is the most beautiful building in your village. So the why family, I keep that and change your new building. You can see that this corner. This is the new building, the farmer's building. We do some change for that. This corner, you can see in the distant place, a close small groups, small buildings there. Is everybody think it should be demolished. I talked to the people, wait, maybe we can do a new approach about this corner. Then they become like that. Now everybody say, oh, this is the most beautiful corner in this village. Yeah, here is old building. Finally, we just do a small work. It's a small pavilion for the people, old people, they can sit there and talk to each other. Just very little things put there. Everything changed. There's old farmers there. Something a little bit changed. Not big change, a little bit changed. You can see the old village to the new part of the village. They connect to each other. We built a new bridge for the village. It's very funny. It's just 2 or 3 months later, we'll go to there again. We'll find that people, they naturally find this place. It's very suitable to meet each other. So many people every day, they stand at this new bridge. This new house, we designed, used the rampers to build a new house here. So when we designed this, many people worried, no farmer liked it. Yeah, no farmer liked the rampers building now. They want a modern building and don't want this rampers building. I just talked to everybody, please keep your passion, wait. So just 1 year later, when the building be finished, then we still wait half years later. The village, they do a very formal ceremony to the people to select their new house. Yes, everybody have the rights to select. And finally, this building is the first one be selected by farmers. This means the people's opinion changed just within 2 or 3 years. They have changed. Now this old new building, you can rethink to remember my sketch about these serious buildings. Let's be finished. In fact, it's not just about design. This is our laboratory in our architecture school. We built this laboratory especially for the rampers construction. And every techniques skills, we do the pre-test in the laboratory. Then we with the craftsmen together, even with some foreigner together. Yeah, this guy is come from Cadai, from France, Grenoble Architecture School. We working together, and we do the test about a way how to use the modern way to do the rampers construction. This the drawing is a village drawing. They do this drawing like every farmer, they can select their preferred house like this. They just after this year's spring festival, they do that. And we're happy the people finally they like it. Yeah, it's in the entrance. You see the picture. Just when the first day we come to the village, we do the decision, we will start this work. I talk to my assistant, to my students. Basically, my aim is, you see this group of the lady, very happy seated here. After maybe 3 or 4 years, when our work is finished, this group of ladies still sit here. They're still happy. This means we touch our aim. Yes, this picture is just a few months ago we took these photos. They still sit there, very more happy because they had more confidence to their culture, to their village. They very like to talk to their new change to everybody. Something happened here. Yeah, I think in the next 10 years for our studio, this is our new job. So every year we want to start one new village works. 10 years, 10 village, maybe something new, interesting will have happened. Thanks.